It was cold in the highlands. The night of Christmas Eve had come to the mountains with a dagger sharpness in its winds. The people huddled together, recalling their Savior's birth and praying for the warmth of the Holy Spirit.
Everyone except Teague, who had a heart inside of him as soft and warm as the ice on the water bucket outside the door. His heart was warmed only by the thought of the gold that he'd carefully gathered and hidden in the floor. He was thinking about the neighbors and all the food and drink that they would give to the vagrants, vagabonds, and paupers who were sure to come begging. Teague had purposefully eaten up all his food so that naught but a pinch of tea and a wee handful of cornmeal were left in his larder.
If you got nothing, they can ask nothing from you. And besides, gold be better than eating or drinking. Oh, 'tis lovely to share my cabin with my wealth. It's the only friend who's constant regardless of the season.
Warm as his hearth was, Teague could scarcely spare a thought for his neighbors. A knock came at the door. It was old Barney. Old Barney lived just a stone's throw from Teague in an old, tumble-down cabin, and having but one leg to him, he hoped he could count on a bit of charity from Teague.
Please, Teague, would you spare a bit from your water for your neighbor? The year's been hard and the winter bites deep. Have ye anything to share?
Teague crouched down in the corner where the shadows would hide him, and he held his tongue until he heard the tick-tick of Barney's crutches fade into the distance.
If Barney had labored harder in the summer, he wouldn't be here in this sad state. And besides, it ruins my good cheer to see him begging so.
Nor was old Barney the only one to seek a bit of kindness from the old man. Another knock came at the door. It was the widow O'Donnelly and her children. Her husband had recently died, leaving the family with no means of support, and there were many hungry nights with coldness.
Kind Teague, please let my babies and I come from the cold. It's bitter harsh, and we ask your mercies on this bleak night. We're hungry and cold. Please don't turn your backs on us, not on Christmas Eve.
Again, Teague hid in the corner, and again he held his tongue till he heard the tramp of her feet going on to the next cabin.
Good evening, sir, and God bless you.
Then he saw to it that the door was tight barred, and he fell to thinking of the gold again.
Faith, she be stubborn. She feels no shame at having so many little ones, yet no means of keeping them warm. A curse on them that won't let me be. Can a man try to keep what's his without being pestered by them that's only idled and wasted their days?
And then a strange thing happened. Hundreds and hundreds of wee lights began dancing outside the window. Slowly, without a creak or a cringe, the door opened, and in there trooped a crowd of the good people, what the mortals called fairies. Now, Teague was filled with great wonderment entirely when he saw the fairies, but when they saw him, they laughed.
Oh, Mr. Teague, how is it with all of your wealth, you're alone in the cost of your spirit's good health?
Your home is so large, so much room, yet here in your cabin the darkness does loom.
We would stay with you this holy eve light. There's no warmth here, such as your faith.
Come, my sisters, to a warmer clime from this poor man's blinkered sad sight.
Yes, but we can't leave him alone. Toss him that wee red cap as you'd toss a dog a bone. Wait, toss a dog a bone.
Take this cap. It's your ticket. Wear it and travel like a hare through a thicket.
Can this be? Oh.
Travel in safety, use it with care, wish for a place, and a wink you'll be there. To Spain we go!
Can this be? Can a simple red cap give me wings to the world where I can enjoy all my gifts without a thought for those wretched neighbors? To a warmer clime, cap, onward to Spain!
Then up the chimney he went after the fairies, and before he had time to let out his breath, he was standing in the middle of Spain, and strangeness all around him.
Spain!
Teague was in a great city. The doorways of the houses were hung with flowers, and the air was warm and sweet with the smell of them. Torches burned along the streets, and sweetmeat sellers went about crying their wares. And on the steps of the cathedral crouched a crowd of beggars. They didn't realize Teague was there because the magic cap had rendered him invisible.
Fairies, what sort of trick is this? Can this be Spain? I wanted to light upon a perfumed beach and to be serenaded by a tawny lass. And who are these riffraff that are spoiling the view? Those are the poor. Don't you recognize your neighbors? Their place is a street, hard upon their labors.
They wait upon those that are hearing the word, and in the sad world who scarcely is heard.
Let me come in and share your light, for I'm without a friend tonight. Let me come in and share your light, and a warm place by your fire.
That sounds like one of the O'Donnelly children. How'd she get here?
How can one with such wealth have understanding so poor? Don't you know she's beside you to haunt you evermore?
Thank you for allowing me to show my charity as the Lord will have us do. Your call reminds us of the kindness that the Lord raised upon this world.
Thank you for your presence here tonight. I see the sweet savor in each of your faces. Please accept our humble gifts. I'll keep you in my heart always, tonight and always. I don't have enough.
Can you scoot this up? Thank you. We are not scattered strangers. We are one, and we are free. Though we are broken and divided, we are family. It's time we weep together for the time we've been apart, for our hatred of each other, for our stubborn hearts, for the prisoner we've forgotten in a foreign land. If we would weep their tears, then maybe we'd finally understand. We are not scattered strangers. We are one, and we are free. Though we are broken and divided, we are one family. When he cried out to the Father on a bended knee, in the garden where he pleaded for our unity, when he shouted from the cross that it finally was done, I ask, was that not enough for us to become one? We are not scattered strangers. We are one, and we are free. Though we are broken and divided, we are one family. We are not scattered strangers. We are one, and we are free. Though we are broken and divided, we are one family. We are one family.
What fools! It makes no sense. If they'd left the cathedral through the back door, they would have missed all those beggars and kept all their money.
Oh, have we a man here, or have we a donkey? I never seen one with a brain so wonky. You foolish man. Look, a spirit on this holy night. Look, a spirit on this holy night.
Look at his red cap. Could it be Santa Claus?
Is he a ghost? He looks so scary.
Quick as a flash, Teague clapped on his wee red cap and vanished from the sight of the crowd.
Where did he go?
It truly was the spirit of Santa Claus or one of the three wise men bringing gifts.
Mama, now I'm really scared. Let's go away from here.
Fairies, take me away from here. Spain is sad, very sad, and I feel forlorn.
And then he heard the fairies cry,
Holland!
and he also cried.
Holland.
In one leap, he was over France, and another over Belgium, and with a third, he was standing by long ditches of water frozen fast. Outside each door stood a wee wooden shoe, empty. Teague saw scores of them as he looked down the ditch of a street. A band of wassailers came begging to the window of one of the houses. They were singing, and Teague caught the words.
Holland, Holland, Holland.
Let me come in and share your light, for I'm without a friend tonight. Let me come in and share your light, and a warm place by your fire. It looks so golden warm within, sheltered from the winter wind. Songs and laughter, friends and kin have brought me to your door. Let me come in and share your light, for I'm without a friend tonight. Let me come in and share your light, and a warm place by your fire. Open your door, for here I stand. My only gift is my empty hand, an empty heart and broken plans. This dark day of the year. Let me come in and share your light, for I'm without a friend tonight. Let me come in and share your light, and a warm place by your fire. I am without a home today, and soon I will be on my way. I only ask you to let me stay for an hour by your fire. Let me come in and share your light, for I'm without a friend tonight. Let me come in and share your light, and a warm place by your fire.
Follow us. And what's the meaning of those shoes?
The shoes remind us of the joy of giving, a sweet blessing known by those truly living.
The people here, they know the need. There's hearts to warm and mouths to feed.
Remember your Barney, he of the crutch, would that he be here among the kind Dutch.
They'd take him and make him a friend. They know that true love will never end.
And what of you, poor man? Do you finally grasp the meaning of love, or do you require another hard shove?
No, not here. This place is strange for a Scotsman. I'm for someplace else.
So Teague and the fairies departed, and I cannot be telling you half of the adventures Teague had that night, nor half the sights that he saw. But he passed by fields that held sheaves of grain for the birds, and doorsteps that held bowls of porridge for the wee creatures. He saw lighted trees sparkling and heavy with gifts, and he stood outside the churches and watched the crowds pass in, bearing gifts to the Holy Mother and Child.
Here's one more chance, Teague. Let's see if you can learn from the good people of France.
Do you see those children, the wee girl and her brother? They struggle through this world without father or mother.
They're bound to church to give all they can, to simple coins and goodwill to man. They don't know that a small gift will make the bells ring. Why would anybody think such a foolish thing? A legend is told about the great bells that one day they'll peal the truth to tell. If a great gift is given to honor the birth of one who is sent here to save the earth. If a great gift is given that any could bring, a gift that is fit to honor the king.
But with one purpose they travel in haste to offer their pennies and no time to waste.
Their greatest desire to honor the child, to give all they have to the one meek and mild.
Please help me. Do not let me perish on this lonely street. It has been so long since I have had a bite to eat. Please, have you any food to spare? We have nothing to eat. We're poor ourselves. When we arrive at the church, we'll tell the sisters we passed you. Maybe they can care for you. Wait, please. At least stay with me a little longer. I do not want to be alone.
Brother, we can't leave her here. Doesn't she sound like Mama? How could we leave her here?
No, you're right. But what can we do when we arrive at the... But Mass will be starting soon. God wishes us to honor him on this holy day.
Of course, but doesn't Pierre Michel tell us to take care of our neighbors? I think he means someone like this woman.
Give me the coppers. I'll visit the bakery. We can buy 2 buns. For this. Perhaps that will be enough to help.
So Big Brother raced to the baker's while his sister stayed with the woman. Little sister hugged her tightly, like her mother used to hug her. And then something miraculous happened. The warmth from her little body began to warm the woman, to revive her and bring her back from a faraway place. It had been years since anyone had held the woman, and the little girl reminded her of her own children, now long gone. She began to sing the songs that she'd once sung, songs that she'd almost forgotten. They warmed one another, and soon they were singing together.
Ubi caritas, Deus ibi est.
Hey, I know that song.
Ubi caritas, is there where there is charity and love. God is always there where there is charity and love. God is there. God is there where there is charity and love. God is always there. God is always there. Look, there are 3 buns. The baker gave us an extra one as a gift. Perhaps this will be enough to help. Bless you, bless you.
In the distance, the great bells began to ring. Bells that had not been heard for 100 years. The sweetest sound that anyone had ever heard, and no one knew why. Not Teague, not anyone who went to Mass that night, not even the children, for the greatest gift to the Christ child had been given in secret to an old woman dying in the street.
Oh, someone must have given something wonderful to the church.
I wish we'd seen it. It must have been something made of gold. Perhaps the king and queen were at Mass.
Oh, my dear children, are you so blind that the meaning of this so befuddles your mind? Now hear my song, its meaning is clear. Charity and mercy our Lord holds most dear. Go back. If I had been in Bethlehem the night of Jesus' birth, and heard afar the angels' joyful song of peace on earth, if I had seen the shepherds come to seek the baby fair, I think I would have followed them and knelt beside them there. If I had lived in eastern lands and watched with eager eyes, if I had seen his star appear and blaze among the skies, if I had seen the wise men go to seek the newborn King, I think I would have followed them, my finest gifts to bring. I did not live in Bethlehem that Christmas night of old, or travel with the wise men there to bring him gifts of gold, but I can give a greater gift than any earthly gem. For all my heart and all my love will be my gift to him.
What happened? I wanted to see the miracle of the bells. What was given? If those children have hurried on to the church, they would have seen it as well.
It's like to a cow hearing a sonnet. This dim Teague must have rocks in his bonnet.
I fear we have failed, but let's bear him no malice. Teague, we'll send you to the King of England's palace.
And away they went, and Teague after them. And the first thing he knew, he was in London, not an arm's length from the king's throne. It was a grander sight than he had seen in any other country. The hall was filled entirely with lords and ladies, and the great doors were open for the poor and the homeless to come in and warm themselves by the king's fire and feast from the king's table. And many a hungry soul did the king serve with his own hands. Those that had anything to give gave it in return. It might be a bit of music played on a harp or a pipe, or it might be a dance or a song. But more often, it was just a wish, just for good luck and safe keeping. Teague was so taken up by the watching that he never heard the fairies as they wished themselves on. But he heard a little girl singing as he neared the throng.
Let me come in and share your light, for I'm without a friend tonight. Let me come in and share your light, and a warm place by your fire.
This was too much for Teague.
That song is driving me crazy. I'm going to put a stop to that pestering tongue once and for all time.
No sooner was the cap gone than every soul in the hall saw him.
Olivia, Kane, give it to Wyatt.
Where is he from? What is he doing here? What's he doing here? Is he a demon? No, he's a man. A thief, I guess. He was stealing food. No, he was stealing the king's jewels. I think he's a spy. Your Majesty, the stranger appeared in our midst. He's up to some evil.
He looks evil. Kill him.
He looks evil. Kill him.
Teague's legs took to trembling, and fear put the leash on his tongue.
I've done evil to no one. No one.
Maybe, but have you done any good tonight? Have you helped one single soul tonight? If you have, tell us. We'll pardon you.
Not a word could Teague say, for fear tightened the leash, for he was knowing full well there was no good to him that night.
Then you must die. Will you try hanging or beheading?
If it's all the same to you, I'll try hanging. Please, Your Majesty. Wait, King. Wait, Your Majesty. Will you grant me one last request?
I will.
Thank you. There's a wee red cap that I'm mortal fond of. If I could be hung with it on, I would make a great deal more easily. Clip, clap, for my wee red cap. I wish I was home.
Up and over the heads of the dumbfounded guards he flew, and whisked and away and out of sight.
When he opened his eyes again, He was sitting close by his own hearth, with the fire burnt low. The hands of the clock were still. The bolt was fixed firm on the door. The fairies' lights were gone, and the only bright thing was the candle burning in old Barney's cabin across the road.
Let me come in and share your light, for I'm without a friend tonight. Let me come in and share your light, and a warm place by your fire.
Wait, you, whoever you are. Oh, you sweet, sweet girl. I now understand what you and the fairies were trying to tell me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Here, take this gold to your mother and also the miller and his wife. Hurry, girl. Wait. Invite them. Tell them that I'm sorry for not seeing them earlier. Invite them over to my house for a feast, which I'll prepare. Hurry, girl, hurry.
Teague stopped a moment on the threshold until the tramp of her feet had died away. Then he made a hollow of his two hands and shouted across the road.
Hey, Barney. Hey there, Barney. Do you want to come over for supper? Oh, yeah. Do I need to put my wee red cap on?